Hey there everybody, I'm going to show you a quick tutorial on how to do a flight from Belfast, Ireland to Heathrow in London. So let's take a look, and I'm going to show you how to do it using Simbrief on the Fenix A320. So let's take a look. We'll start off cold and dark. You get your keypad. And the first thing that you do is you click on your Fenix and you tap to import. Make sure that you created your flight with the Simbrief. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to save this flight, so if you guys want a copy of it, I can send it to you. So anyway, flight's obviously going to be delayed because I came back to the computer, but not a big deal. You can ignore this. This is not really important. Okay, so here we go. We got all our stuff here. So now that I imported this, you can go to your ground services. You got your GPU ready. You get everything ready to go. And so what we have to do is we go to our power. We start two batteries and connect to the power that's available. Start up your fuel pumps. That's the first thing I do. Then you click on this IR1 for the nav, and then you click on the last one, second, and then you click on the middle one. Okay, this is going to set everything up, and you can click on your there we go. Okay, so let's take a look. We're going to turn on nav lights, beacon lights, and our strobe. We're going to set up our standby for set this. We're going to set this to bright. We'll arm the emergency exit and the no smoking sign. We'll have that set. And turn on our cargo heat to a couple notches up there. And now that we got power, we can wait for everything to start up, and we're going to go to our FMGC, and the first thing we go to is our ATSU, AOC menu, flight initialization, and then you request the data. You do this twice, and I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay, so that came in here. This is if I had an alternate airport. Right now I don't. Okay, so now that that's imported there, now we're going to go to our initialization and request our flight plan from Simbrief if it's a good one. If it's not, it'll say invalid plan uplink. There it is. That's imported. That's all set. And we'll set our flight number. Cost index is going to be 50, but you can put whatever you want depending on how you're going to fly. 50 uses a little more fuel, but so we're going to cruise at 20,000 feet, and the temperature, current temperature, what we're going to do is we're going to go down to here to the airport we're at. Put our airport code in. There we go. We're going to take off runway 25, and we're going to set that to dry. We're going to sync that, and then we're going to take off with one flaps, no toga, and we're going to have our packs on with de-icing. I'm going to click on sync live weather, and we got all our weather here. And you can click calculate, and it'll give us all our information that we need here. See? So we can switch back and forth here. So anyway, the temperature is 0.8. So we're going to hit twice on the plus minus to get plus 0.8. And that's in there. And that's all set. Winds, we can request the winds from the weather. And we do this twice. Okay, now it's in wall blue, then we hit it again, and then it'll ask us to insert it into the F-link, and then F-link insert. So we're going to insert that. Okay, so that's all set. The next thing that we do is to bring us straight to here. We're going to go to Belfast, departure, and it's going to be runway 25, no SIDS, and we're going to insert that. And then we can click clear on that, and then click insert again, so that's all cleared. Then we can go to Heathrow, arrival, and our runway, just to make sure, double sure, is going to be 27 right. So click on the up to bring it down. It's going to be ILS 27 right. There's ILS 27 left. There it is, ILS 27 right. Click on that. And we are going to use some stars and SID. It's going to be Rama 1 H. And I know that because that's in there. See that right there? So that's in there. So we're going to click on that. There's going to be no transitional. It's just going to be an ILS straight from there. And we'll click insert. That's okay. Now we can click up and go up and see if there's any discontinuity. And there is one. We click clear, get rid of that, insert, make sure there's none, and we're all set. And if you want to go back to the beginning of flight plan, you just hit flight plan, boom, right there. So basically we go from left to right when we set this up. Okay, so our next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to initialization, and we're going to click on the right key to bring us over here. Now it wants our 0 fuel weight. So we're going to go back to our computer. Excuse me, we're going to go back to the Fenix. We're going to go to mass balance. We're going to 84 passengers. We're going to click load. We'll do it instantly, so it's right there. So it has our balance and everything. So our 0 fuel weight is going to be 114.8. So here we go 114.8 slash, go back here, 29.3. 29.3. And we insert that in there. And there it is. Now our block is going to automatically be inserted when we hit fuel planning. So there we go. Give it a minute. It's going to uplink. It's going to have our 0 fuel weight. There we go. And we can confirm the block. Confirmed. Alright, so we have that set up now. So now we're going to go to our RNAV radios. Now we're going to find out from, well, actually before we do that, we're going to go to our preferences. We're going to set that up. We're going to bring all this in here. So let's go to our preferences. Take our preferences. We already got that set. 133, 135, 136. Right? So 133, 135, 136. So we got all that set in there. And next we have to get in our flask. We're going to put 1 slash probably UP0.0. So we go UP0.0, and and insert that in there. Now sometimes it'll put a D in 0. Try it again, 1/UP 0.0. Yeah, because it's usually like a, sometimes it's, we can resync it, sometimes it'll go to number 1. Let's recalculate. Now it's UP 0.1, there it is. 130, 135, 135. So that has changed. So 130, 135, 135. I believe that's what we got set there. 130, 135, 135. Yeah, and 1 point UP 0.0. So we go /1/UP 0.1. See, there it is. That's in there. That's all set. Now our temperature is going to be 68, I believe. Is it right there? 68. There we go. Is it 68 or 69? 68. So we do 68. Put there. That's the flexed temperature. Now these bottom here, this is important. We put that in there. Excuse me. It's going to be 1270 across the board. So we go 1270/1270. So that side's all set. 1270 on that side. And there we go. We're all set with that. I'm going to put 235 knots. That's what we're going to, the speed we're going to climb. And we're going to go 350 cruising speed. And we won't touch our descent. We'll just leave that where it is. That's fine. Now the QNH and the temp. So now we're going to go to the approach. So that's on this one. And so it's already in there. EGL. We're dry. It's going to be a dry runway. So that's how it is. And we're going to refresh this and apply that. Okay, and the temperature is 13 Celsius. So now we know this is 13 Celsius. Okay, so the QNH we're not going to worry about until we get close. So we could leave that there. And so what we're going to do is we're going to come up to our charts and we're going to look at our localizer, and the barometer is what it wants. So it's going to be 278. So we go in here and we hit 278, and then it'll say like 100 above minimums.
100 above minimum.
So there we go. That's our baro. Okay. So as far as the QNH, we can take care of that later. And also the go around, it's going to want that information. The minimum altitude for a go around, and so we go up here. That'll be up here, and it'll say for misapproach, it's going to be 3,000. Okay, MSL 3,000. So we'll put so there's our 3,000 right there. So we're all set in there. Now I'll go for our radio navs. And it has in IAG 109.90. That's what it's got for our ILS. So that is not the ILS for 27 right. So we go to this number, IRR. So we're going to type in IRR, put that in there. Oops, I mistyped something. Okay, so there it is. 110.30. That's the frequency. Okay, this is course is 269. It's 269. That's right on the money. So we're all set on that. It does say runway LS mismatch, but there is no mismatch. It's that's fine. It's right on there. It's right on the money. The frequency is the same, and that's all you need to know. So we got our fuel. Okay, so now here with the 0 fuel weight, that's all set over there. We go to initialization, hit that. Our landing weight is going to be 117.4. So we're going to put that right over here, and this one. And hit enter. So now that's in there, and that's going to tell us how much room we have depending on the braking. If we have maximum brake, then it'll be less. If we put low brake, auto brake, and then it'll be halfway down the runway. So it looks pretty good at medium. So we could set that to there. We could have it rescan here and then put it right in. And there it is. Everything is all set there. Okay, so let's go back. We saw our fuel. This is our fuel here. So we got set up for fuel. Now we could save the copy of the flight plan. That way it's in there. This you don't have to mess with. Over here you can get the loadout. Hit AOC again, hit WX, and then you hit weather requests. There we go. Hit message again, and there we go. This is our loadout, 0 fuel weight, passengers, all that stuff. We can accept that. And there we are, we're set there. Now under progress, what I do is I hit EGLL 27 right and put that in there. Now what does that do? That's going to tell me the distance to that runway at the airport. So I'm going to always have and what bearing I need to be at. So I always have this information here. So that's always a good thing to have. Okay, so we got our flight plan. We double check it again. Take a look around. Everything looks good. Get flight plan again. So there we are. We're all set. Double check our initialization. Make sure everything's all set. Everything is in there. And we can actually set our first beginning altitude. We'll set this at 12,000 feet, and in the beginning what I do, so I have this ready to go when I take off, I can have it at 235 knots, and I can hit the middle button to have that set, so that'll work. I got my flight director is on. I want to make sure that's on, and there we go. I'm looking at 20-mile radius in the map so I can see where I'm going, what's going on, and we are all set. I got my lighting set, and if you use GSX, you can, I'm going to want you to see this. This is pretty cool. You could use your GSX to request boarding, and there you go.
Requested.
And it'll start off the boarding. At this point, if we want, we could start our APU. So when we pull away and get pushed back, we're not reliant on the ground power. So what I do is I put around here, I'll put my de-icing stuff on too. So now we hit the master switch, make sure that's on, wait about 3 seconds, put the seat belts on, and then hit start. Now the boarding has started. You're going to see them come all the way from here, come down here. Here are our passengers come on board. They'll go up here too, on these stairs. Some will come this way up, some will come up this way. And what's really cool is you can open the cockpit door and see them coming in. Now, GSX is working on a way to bring that further and allow you to see them come in but actually take their seats. So that will be really cool when that happens. So we're going to remove the chocks and the GPU because we don't need it. And here we are, and then we're going to request for a pushback. And prepare for pushback departure.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Check this out. So there she is. I gotta remove these taxi ribbons. Just gonna raise her hand. Now there it is. There's the bypass pin. She's got it in her hand. And then we're ready to go. So I hope this was helpful to you. Like I said, you can leave a message if you have any questions. And if you like watching this, click like, and also you can subscribe. So when I do come out with another video, you'll be notified of that. So anyway, thank you for watching, and have a great day.